Hey there, everybody, and it's Brent here, and we are here tonight with Max,
Hi, everybody.
and we are here to watch the season one premiere, the 70-minute long episode of The Bad Batch. I am extremely hyped for this. How about yourself?
Oh, I can't wait. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, it's we've been waiting for so long at this point. The anticipation has been there for months and months on end as to what this show is going to be like, what it's going to be about, how these characters interact with this new world. I think, and that's some of the highlights I'm looking forward to. What about yourself? What are you looking forward to hopefully seeing in this show?
I'm looking forward to seeing some of the old Clone Wars characters in kind of a new era that we haven't really seen before, kind of the in-between eras.
The years of the Empire, the early years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're only a few minutes away now at this point, which is great. There's a lot of hype in the crowd. I've seen that people are just bouncing off of each other. Same experience, same feeling. They're hyped to see this. And yeah, I meant I think back, and I think back to, I think it was 2013 or so, when season 6 of the Clone Wars, they dropped the 4-part episode of the Bad Batch arc in the animatic form because Lucas had sold to Disney by that point. And so that stuff got dropped online. And I do remember seeing that story that we watched in the last video back then. And it's interesting. I didn't really get attached to the characters so much until they did this clean-up version. And I was like, okay, I can kind of see where I'd be invested, but I'm still not quite fully invested in the characters. I'm invested in the hype, but I'm waiting to see what these characters do to be. I don't know. I'm curious to see where these characters will take us on this journey, because they are such new and different characters than what we've seen in the other clones.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I think they're going to be interesting characters in their own right.
Yeah.
I think they're also going to be an interesting vehicle to tell a story about other characters that we already know.
Yeah,
How they've changed.
Right. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. I mean, the other thing, of course, is, and we mentioned last week, Omega is going to be an interesting new character. I'm going to assume at this point she's a clone child, and it's going to be fun to see what take goes on with her. I've got my theories about her. I don't know if it's something I want to start off saying right now or wait until the end and see if my theory comes true or not. Any theories on what she's about?
I have absolutely no theories. I'm going to be honest. It's the blonde hair that just throws me for like a million different loops.
Fair enough.
It's how she's dressed. She looks like she wasn't kept on Kamino.
You think? I don't know. I think she's got that Kamino outfit kind of semi look.
I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong.
But she's definitely got training. I mean, that bow casting skill is quite a skilled, trained act of weaponry there.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah. So at this point, I think we are about to go and watch this episode. So we're gonna go play on 3, 2, 1.
I like that.
That was cool.
My Padawan will be here.
Master! Oh! Ow! Kanan! Here. I'm here.
I guess I'm in charge now.
So that's how Kanan survives.
Execute Order 66.
I knew it was coming. I'm still a little.
Slow down, kid. We're here to help. No! Liar!
Whoa!
Why?
Following orders.
We don't
even know what the order is. We know what's going on. Good soldiers.
Ooh.
Go!
Oh! Go, Kanan.
Where's the Jedi?
I stunned him when he jumped.
Which one was that?
Oh, well, they seem the same to me.
They've already lost their individuality.
Yeah.
You are more machine than man, percentage-wise at least. Lucky me.
Omega from earlier?
What the? Who threw that?
The kid.
I did. Now,
That's it! Oh yeah!
Food fight in the mess hall. I like that. I love Kevin Kiner's score.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Onderon, isn't that where
Find any more intel
Saw
on the
Gerrera was?
insurgents? Negative. Imperial files
No,
are locked
sure.
down tight.
look at the lighting on that. Oof.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Is she full sensitive?
I was just thinking that.
She's adorable. I
Yeah.
love this kid.
I don't think we'll have to go far.
She's definitely full sensitive.
Yeah, she just totally sensed him.
Oh,
Sir, someone's
nice.
overriding the controls.
There's no way she's not force sensitive.
Oh yeah, she's totally full sensitive. That's great.
Say nothing.
Yes, Prime Minister.
Oh, they know she's force sensitive.
Totally.
I can think of one. Not of course for
Rex.
J-19. J-19, we know a guy.
Rex.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. There we have it. First episode.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's a good one.
That was really cool. Like it had such a different vibe than what we saw in Clone Wars, yet it felt familiar enough to it was so great. I can't wait to see what where this goes. It's they're going to be obviously on the run for a period of time until they get their footing. But oh man, that was so cool. Like
Yeah, I think they're setting up a lot in that episode, but very
Yeah.
subtly.
yeah, my predictions were correct that I didn't want to talk about. I had a feeling Omega was definitely a clone of. I assume she's still a clone of the Jango Fett element, but I also had a feeling that the Camino character would help her escape because she knew the kid's life was going to be in danger. And that also came to play. What I didn't foresee was the fact that the kid would be force sensitive.
Possibly, yeah.
Which no, it's. I don't think it's possible. I mean, the fact is, like, she's a force sensitive child, but force sensitive children who don't have any training are just force sensitive.
Yeah,
They never become a Jedi. They never trained to be a Jedi or build their skills up, say, like Kanan had been at that age, kind of thing. So that's kind of interesting. My God, seeing Kanan at the beginning, what a great way to start an Order 66 story that we haven't seen before.
As soon as I saw him, I knew immediately when it took place, and I was like, I knew it was coming.
Yeah,
but I still wasn't ready.
Well, I mean, even before that, you see her master first, and I remember we see the master in the flashback scene on in the end of the Clone Wars.
Yes,
she's in fact there with the kid, and they don't, the kid doesn't speak in that episode, but it was like we knew it was that was Kanan and her master and his master. And and the moment I saw it, I was like, oh, that is too. That's awesome. I was just like, yeah, so cool. So
And
so
then
good.
from that to then you see all the other clones come in, and they all
Yeah.
are just stripped of their individuality from their armor, and they almost look very stormtroopery in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The emotion are totally taken away. I think Crosshair is going to be an interesting character. It's obvious that Crosshair can have the capacity to question himself or question the situation. So I'm wondering if the long term is that Crosshair, in fact, may have a redemption arc through all this.
I kind of hope so.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of hope he sees how everything plays out and kind of realizes he was aligning himself with the wrong side.
Yeah, and it seems like they can obviously switch on and switch off the switch, because they switched it on right there at the end to a much higher capacity. But how much does the deformation of of the Clone 99 group make that actually happen? Now the other thing is next week's episode is called Cut and Run, and Cut was in fact the character who had the family, the clone in, I think, maybe season 2 or 3 that Rex comes across, who had the little farmhouse with the little children and the wife and everything. And he was isolated enough from anything to be, having any chip turned on. So it'll be interesting to see whether Cut becomes a character in this for a while too.
I hope so. I think they're going to bring back a lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, it feels like it. There's still plenty of familiar faces that are left from the Clone Wars that they can explore. So I'm kind of very excited to see where that goes too. But as a series premiere, it was really awesome. It had such a tone and a vibe. That,
it felt different enough from Clone Wars. Also felt familiar enough where you kind of knew the vibe of what was coming, but you didn't know the event of what was going to happen.
Yeah, I was surprised we saw Saw Gerrera so early, but it also makes claim as to where Palpatine's mindset is, and obviously Grand Moff Tarkin's mindset is, to who they need to try to eliminate to stop at the beginning. And Saw Gerrera seems like he's going to be a recurring character in this particular scenario. So
I think that's pretty interesting, because Saw has now we've seen Saw in basically every era so far, besides obviously the sequel trilogy, but we've seen him in every stage throughout his life besides like early childhood. But it's been really interesting to see how now he's kind of starting the rebellion in a way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, Saw Gerrera really is the first of the new rebellions.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is, do we eventually end up by bridging that gap and going to Lothal and seeing the Bridge parents, because we know they were outspoken from Ezra Bridger's parents at a young age. So, there's that story arc that might bleed into this one somehow as a side story. Would be kind of fun to see too. So
yeah, I agree totally.
Well, everybody out there, hopefully you liked our reaction video. If you did, please like and subscribe and continue us, because there is another episode of Bad Batch coming in a couple of days' time on Thursday into Friday. And we will bring you the breakdown of that episode as it airs. So as for now, good night, everybody, and thank you very much.
Have a good one.